Consequences at both ends of the championship table in the rain and the mist of West Yorkshire at the John Smith Stadium as Huddersfield continue in their bid to move away from the relegation places, but they do so today against the West Bromwich Albion side, who want to consolidate their place in a playoff scene that's becoming increasingly congested. This game also marks the return of Carlos Corberán to Huddersfield. In 102 games in charge of the Terriers, he brought immense success, and he took them as well to within a heartbeat of the Premier League in that playoff final. Fondly remembered here, but a job to do, of course, with a very ambitious West Bromwich Albion. Now, the last time that West Brom won here in the league was 24 years ago. They start as favourites to leave Huddersfield in the bottom three at the end of this championship weekend. So let's take a look at the championship table, starting with the bottom. And a look at the bottom confirms that Andre Breitenreiter's side would stay a point behind both Birmingham and QPR if they're beaten, or if they draw here, a win would move them above QPR into 20th, with Plymouth, Blackburn and Stoke hovering dangerously just above. Now at the top, it's all really, isn't it, about 5th and 6th for West Brom and their closest rivals. A win gives them a 5-point gap to Hull in 7th, Coventry in 8th, 4 clear of the rest. Maybe this is now developing into 4 teams for 2 remaining playoff spots. We'll see, won't we? Well, all we wait for now is the arrival of both teams. It is a little dark and dismal. Spring has started to tentatively show its face in some parts of the UK, but not here, not today anyway. And already for a midday kickoff, those floodlights are shining bright. Be interesting to see the kind of reaction that Corberán gets here. Here they come. Huddersfield certainly have improved under Breitenreiter, no question about that, but now they need to kick on. Not long left now, 10 games to make an impact as they look to surge towards safety. Be delighted to have Jonathan Hogg back in the starting lineup. Breitenreiter's already described him as the heartbeat, the soul of this club. Well, Andre Breitenreiter makes 2 changes from the defeat at Cardiff in midweek. Jaheim Headley makes his first start since New Year's Day, and Jonathan Hogg also returns to the side to bolster the midfield. Danny Ward starts on the bench, which means that the goal-scoring burden will be placed on Delano, Bergsorg and Sorba Thomas. Michael Helik is Huddersfield's top scorer this season, though, with 9 goals from centre-half. It was Jack Rudoni who scored the stoppage time winner against West Brom back in September. He's now started 16 at the last 17 in the centre of that midfield. Brodie Spencer takes his run of consecutive starts to 11 after being recalled from his loan at Motherwell. Well, Carlos Corberán also makes 2 changes from that frustrating draw against QPR in midweek. Jed Wallace and Kyle Bartley bring a lot of experience back to the side. Eric Peters and Tom Fellows, the 2 who dropped to the bench. Darnell Furlong remains a yellow card away from a 2-game suspension, but the slate will be wiped clean after today's game. Mikey Johnston has been Albion's form player since he joined the club in January. He now has 4 goals in his last 6 appearances. Yann M'Vila, the French international, signed as a free agent, is an intriguing name on the bench after joining on a temporary basis. So there we have it. West Brom look the stronger, don't they? Look in the better form as well. Huddersfield have now dropped into that bottom 3. They haven't been higher than 16th this season. West Brom have spent a remarkable 126 days in the top 6 in this campaign. They do not want to let that slip in the closing weeks of the campaign. West Brom's next 6 fixtures against teams in the bottom half. But Corberán wisely says that he doesn't look at that overall picture, just sees everything game by game. Jonathan Hogg is their longest serving player, makes his 30th start of the season. It was interesting to hear Brighton writers' words about him. He wants the experience and the leadership. Third permanent manager of the season after Neil Warnock and Darren Moore. One win in 3 so far, but these are dangerous appointments, aren't they? A manager of quality, certainly, but how long does he have to affect things? Certainly could be the right man to take them forward next season in the Championship, but firstly, he has to ensure that they remain in the Championship. Before the game gets underway, a reminder, for some anyway, of a world outside football. Huddersfield were keen to get on with it there. Eventually we do get underway. Our referee David Webb finally gets it right. Huddersfield instantly looking for that long ball in behind to Bergzorg. Here's Furlong. He's now played in 68 consecutive Championship games. Son of a famous father in Paul Furlong. One man who would have enjoyed the 2-2 draw against QPR in the week. Of course, the Huddersfield fans will recognise the Corberan style adopted by West Brom. When you think that his first game in charge of West Brom was a defeat by Sheffield United in October 2022, so 17 months ago, and they went bottom of the Championship after that defeat. In the end, they finished 9th, 3 points outside the playoffs, and he has them fighting a little higher than that in this campaign. There's the danger man, Michal Helik. One more for double figures in this campaign. Of course, his contribution from the back should be a bonus. He shouldn't really be their top scorer. There's Corberan with Jorge Alarcon alongside him. Bergzorg is staying alongside Palmer here. And it goes eventually from Thomas. There was all sorts of contact at the far post. I think Helik was being lent on there. You'll want the referee to keep an eye on that. Of course, not just a goal scorer for them, but rock solid at the heart of their defence. More importantly, here's Jaheim Headley. Delighted to have him back. He's been on as a substitute in the last 2 games. He'd missed 9 with an ankle injury, but he adds pace and quality down the left-hand side. Tom Lees with the throw. Sacked Hoffenheim after 8 months in charge, and back on the bike very quickly with a job to do. Brighton writer. Wallace just arguing briefly that it ought to have been a corner. Sent off against Leeds last weekend, Jonathan Hogg. Started both Premier League games against West Brom in the 2017-18 season. Appearance number 370 for Huddersfield here today. Header from Bartley. Delighted to have him back. Goals conceded statistics and the points gained really quite stark with him in and out of the side. Kyle Bartley. Here's Furlong. Huddersfield ball from Hellick. Furlong. Here's Wallace. Support there from Andy Vyman. Vyman, 3 goals in 11 previous appearances against Huddersfield. Signed on loan from Bristol City in that window just to bolster their attacking options. Unbeaten in the last 4 away from home, West Brom, but maybe under pressure here. Flag stayed down. Birdsall tries to trick his way through. Looked a little bit clumsy doing so. Now Wallace. Brody Diangana wanted to get on with it there, but not sure the referee needed to blow for the foul anyway. Once he had, you could understand why Diangana wanted to get things moving. Bartley's helping out. Issue with the technology here. Bartley will hope, of course, that gets him a free pass for the rest of the first half. It probably won't. Rain continues to drive down. It's a very typical Yorkshire day in March at the moment. Four points so far in 3 games under Brighton writer. Paul Brand's ambitions much loftier than that at the moment. There's Okai. Now Furlong. Cautious start here from West Brom. Beaten already by Huddersfield in this campaign. Dramatically so as well, back in September. Both these teams do tend to score. Huddersfield failed to score in only 2 of their last 20, including last time. West Brom scored in 7 of their last 8. They may not be the two most gregarious attacking teams in the Championship, but they're normally keen to entertain as well as get the job done. Here's Wallace. Now Headley. Forward by Lees. Held up by Bergzorg. That was a disappointing pass there. Rudoni had made a great run centrally. Pretty much every Huddersfield fan in the crowd could see the run and was screaming for the pass to be played. Now Bartley. Forward by Leeds, and Rudoni looking for the flick, flags up. Just when they thought Bergzorg might be in. He looked off. The replay will confirm or otherwise. There's Wallace. Now Diangana can be such a threat. 7 goals and 4 assists in this campaign for Grady Diangana. But here's Thomas, who is really Huddersfield's equivalent. Appeals for a hand there. Here's Bartley. They were almost guilty of overplaying there. Brighton writer has Thomas Kleiner, familiar figure of Kevin Russell down there, Asif Saric with him. Destroyed there by Reach. One back by Rudoni, did really well. Although that's given straight back. And Johnston is the danger man. Silbertonis with 4 goals this season and 9 assists. He's been an important player again after returning from his loan at Blackburn. And there is West Brom's loanee, Mikey Johnston, on loan from Celtic. Great addition. For a moment there, Weimann wanted to get on with it quickly. Here's Okai. Now Kyle Bartley. Dean Garner's done really well. Eventually hauled down, but referee does play an advantage this time. Jed Wallace. His reach. Hand on his shoulder there by Spencer. Here's Furlong. Long diagonal from Mowat, but out comes Nichols comfortably. And now Spencer. Now started 11 championship games since being recalled from that season-long loan at Motherwell. Northern Ireland international. Furlong. Wallace challenging, and Wallace lost his footing. Intended target again was Rudoni. Good goal scorer for AFC Wimbledon before, Jack Rudoni, and he looks really comfortable at this level. Should Huddersfield be relegated, he is one of those who will, I'm sure, produce a great deal of interest. Well, that's a risky pass. Bergsorg was interested. Just out of reach of one of those telescopic legs, and then breakdown in communication to follow. No need to do this really from Kipre. Bartley had a look over his shoulder at him there. 50th championship appearance for West Brom today for Cedric Kipre. There's Bartley. Well, he was interested just for a moment there, Weimann, and then Nichols took a bit of a risk. Defender did just enough, but then what about that from Nichols? That could have gone very, very badly wrong. Head in hands there from Garner, who wishes he could have got it out from his feet there, just done something with it, because he'd have been in on goal. There's Thomas. Spencer. Great sliding challenge. Furlong. It's a really poor clearance. Here's Lees. Took that really well on the half-turn, Thomas, and now drives one just wide. That's Sorba Thomas, very near his best. Hawkeye made the mistake, got wrong side of him, and Thomas so nearly made him pay. Huddersfield showing here there'll be no pushovers. Now Kipre. Thomas. Good spell here for the home side. Kipre with the header. And a little shove from Rudoni. Mowat it was who went over. Got his body in a good position there. Alex Mowat always inviting any kind of touch. And it was a push. This is his first return since he left Huddersfield. It was a difficult one there when you've had success with a club. His decision to leave, by the way, soon after that playoff final, just felt it was the right thing to do. Had that unsuccessful spell in charge at Olympiacos, one day shy of 50 there. But then has come again and shown his real quality with West Brom. That Olympiacos link, by the way, is the link to Yann M'Vila, the former France international. Fine player in his day, and he worked briefly under Corberan at Olympiacos. Former Sunderland player as well. Furlong with the throw. rock solid. Alex Palmer, 36 starts this year, 15 clean sheets, the most in the Championship. Of course, that's not just about him, but he does play his part in it. Yeah, Kipre too strong in the challenge there. Referee's never going to let that go, for all Kipre's protests. He's come as close as anyone, Sorba Thomas, with that drive from range, but it's been so far a game of very few chances. It's angled really cleverly by Thomas, and it was won by Helik. The target was Rudoni. Pumped forward again. Good climb from Bartley. Okai goes over. Johnston was being fouled anyway. Okai made sure they won the free kick. Turned 30 yesterday. Okai Yokuslu, the Turkish international. See how animated Corberan gets. He has been sent off twice this season from the dugout. There's Headley. Now Pearson. Bergzorg was trying to gamble in behind. Rudoni has won it back. There's Mowat. Now Furlong. Jed Wallace cross blocked and behind for West Bromwich Albion corner. Just on, I think. It's being played on over on the far side. Wrestling match in there, and it's touched on dangerously by a Huddersfield head. But now they can counter with Headley. And that's a poor clearance, only as far as Thomas thought about the chip there. West Brom just a little bit sloppy at times here. There's Pearson. Well, Bergzorg, oh, this way and that he goes, it opens up for him! Through the goalkeeper, Palmer, and in! Delano Bergzorg with a massive goal for the home side, and Huddersfield in front here. All eyes on him, I'm afraid. But it's a wet day, and even though it's a shot he should save, you can see how it found a way through. Furlong should have done better here as well. And sometimes the ones that go hard and low just to the side of the goalkeeper like this, they say are the hardest. A little wider, he can stretch out his arm. These ones can be difficult. You often talk to goalkeepers and strikers, they'll tell you that's not a bad place to aim. But he still should save it. Scored against West Brom in September. Scores against them here. Huddersfield unbeaten in all of the 8 games in which Bergzorg has scored. That's a big goal. Well, there's a slip, and Rudoni might be in here. Great challenge, Bartley. But he is furious at those in front of him. He wants them to sharpen up and tighten up here. Fantastic challenge. Or else I think it would have been 2-0. Here's Wallace. This was where Rudoni nearly managed to steal in. Bergzorg, by the way, was booked for the celebration there, which is always a silly one, because it is inevitable, and it might cost you later on and your team. Goal kick, and the crowd enjoy that. West Bromwich Albion this season still haven't won a game after conceding first. The fewest points from losing positions in the Championship this season. It is a statistic that's counted against them all campaign long, and well, they need to put it right today if they're going to get anything here. Bristol City at home next to them, then a trip to Millwall. Floated forward here for Sorba Thomas. Look at Rudoni trying to get with him. Bergzorg's there as well. Thomas will get another chance. He's having a really good, influential game here, Sorba Thomas. At the moment, Huddersfield are all over West Brom. Header from Furlong. So far, it's a miserable afternoon in the rain. His side aren't just behind, they deserve to be. Huddersfield are the ones who've made the running here. Stolen away again. Little reverse. Looking for Rudoni. Going for the spectacular here, Bergzorg. What about this for a try? Nice idea, nearly came off. Here's Bergzorg again. Thomas. Listen to the noise all around this place. Brighton writer has got Huddersfield playing here. Rudoni. Getting players forward really positively. They haven't sat on the back foot after the Bergzorg goal. Headley. Here's Kasumu. It's been lacklustre this from West Brom so far. Now Wallace. There's Reach. Wallace again the target. Would love a response just before half-time. Keeper. Here's Reach. Now Johnston. Be a West Brom corner. Good defending by Brodie Spencer. Just consistent for them. Can play either left or right. So Johnston delivers. Keeper tries to get free. Here's Wallace. This is better. Johnston again, but again, really good defensive work from Spencer. Tries to curve that in behind. It was nearly on, wasn't it? But just not quite. Not Okai. Keeper. Matty Pearson, who has scored 3 goals from centre-half this season, but that achievement rather dwarfed by the man alongside him with his 9, Hellick. Got 5 last year, Pearson, which is, again, is a really good return. Here's Wallace. Drilled in towards that far post, and Bartley watched it all the way. He's the one who stood strong. Target was Hellick, clearly. Bartley was very aware of that. So it's going to be Sorba Thomas to take. That's beyond everybody. Rudoni into the channel now for Thomas. across to deal with it. Final minute of the first half, and Huddersfield have a corner here. Bartley just telling them to switch on. Second goal now would be a hammer blow. Pearson and Lees at the far post. Right on top of Palmer it goes. One added minute before the players get 15 minutes respite from the rain, and before Carlos Corberán gets a chance to get a message across here. It's going to be an important half-time team talk, this one. Here's Diangana. No way through. Mow it. Well, it was entertaining, wasn't it? It was tight. But at the moment, it's Andre Breitenreiter's side who are in front, who are moving out of that relegation zone. Delano Bergzorg with a well-taken goal, albeit one that Alex Palmer in the West Bromwich Albion goal really should have prevented. Bergzorg driving it through him. But Huddersfield's effort and intent and ability to win the ball back in the final third means that they deserve to be in front here. And it's Corberán with work to do, because at half-time at the John Smith Stadium, Huddersfield Town 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. And welcome back to the John Smith Stadium. Huddersfield leading West Bromwich Albion by a goal to nil at half-time. Would be a massive win. The side that started the weekend in 21st, the match in 22nd, it would move them up to 20th. It wouldn't really give them breathing space, but it would push them into the final few games of the season with the wind in their sails. A trip to Rotherham to come next, and then a home game against Coventry for Carlos Corberán. Well, they're going to have to come from behind to win for the first time in this campaign. A remarkable statistic for a side who have dwelt where they have dwelt for most of this season, but that is the stark reality for Carlos Corberán. West Brom were poor in the first half. They were pressed, they were dispossessed. Now, can they turn on the afterburners and play like West Brom can play in this second half? Also think Breitenreiter will have to use his substitutes intelligently here, because they've got through an awful lot of work here. Been in a playoff spot since 2-0 win against Ipswich back on November the 25th. West Brom. Good chase at the start of the half from Sorba Thomas to test the handling once again of Alex Palmer. Good job at Schalke, Brighton writer, and Hanover 96. Then was at Zurich and latterly at Hoffenheim. Also took Paderborn up to the top flight back in 2013-14. I suppose that's the job you can compare most to this one. An unfashionable club into the top flight, I guess. Maybe that's the club on his CV they were most impressed by. Keeper. One thing West Brom do need to do is get more on the front foot in this second half. We've barely seen Andy Weimann. Dean Garner hardly got on the ball. Now Wallace. Throw from reach. Behind for a corner. It's a bit brighter and better from West Brom. Good running from Johnston. Delivery's a good one, and so was the contact from Furlong, but straight into the arms of Nichols. But that's just about the first save that he's had to make. Giving it away, here's Okai. This is better from the Albion. It's a heavy contact there from Okai, goodness me. Prodded forward by Okai, but cleared away. Through the centre towards Weimann, but reacted as if he wasn't expecting that. Mentioned he's had little involvement in the game, and maybe that was reflected here in this touch. He should get that out from under his feet, really. Travelling fans trying to stay dry at the moment. Not easy here. Mowat. Now reach. There's Jed Wallace! And that's a good save, you know. I know it doesn't look like it, but skimming across this very wet turf through a crowd of players, he made that look easy, Nichols. In the end, he got quite a good look at it. Grabbed it at the second attempt. Started the last 11, 12 championship games now. After he was out with a shoulder injury, Lee Nichols, but straight back in as number one. Chris Maxwell doing a good job when he was out. Furlong. Now here's Weimann, waiting for support centrally, didn't see any, but he sees it now! Mikey Johnston again! Can't stop scoring, and there's the equalising goal, made by Furlong's pass, by Weimann's patience, and by Johnston's terrific late run. Was he just off? I think he was. No VAR in the Championship. Goal will stand. West Brom have improved at the start of this second half. And there was real quality about this. But should it have stood? It's a very, very marginal one. Certainly one that couldn't criticise the officials over. But I suspect if we had the lines drawn on and all of that and VAR, I suspect it would have been ruled out because Weimann was just off. Oh, there's a slip though! What a chance this is! Bergzorg denied, and there is redemption for Alex Palmer. Boy, did Okai get lucky. They should be back in front. He turned awkwardly, and Palmer out to narrow the angle. Could Bergzorg have just thought about this? He had so much time. I think he has to lift it, and if he does, he scores. Now Thomas. The West Brom head on that. Bartley's the one doing the organising and instructing in there. Deep again from Thomas, and that falls kindly, and balloons over. Headley's arguing that it took a deflection. He was definitely leaning back as he hit this. Let's take a look. And it may have done off Diangana. Was it Bartley? It's going over anyway. That little flurry, chances at either end. They went into it 1-0 up. They should be coming out of it 2-1 up. I suppose Bergzorg v Palmer now is 1-1, isn't it? Yeah, West Brom's throw. Suddenly both sides look a little bit shaky defensively here. Johnston. There's Mowat. Now it's Kipre. Furlong driving forward, Furlong looking up and hitting it. Deflected behind, but the flag was up. End to end at the moment. Well, see, that angle makes it look as if he's just on there, Weimann. Mighty close. And in the... remember, the laws of football, benefit of the doubt is meant to go to the attacking player. It just doesn't with VAR, but it does without. What a loan signing he's been. He's invigorated them in front of goal. 5 goals now from 9 shots for him since joining. Well, Tom Fellows making his introduction here. Andy Weimann has been withdrawn after making that contribution to the goal. Kasumu. See Corberan very animated now. We've already seen Sorba Thomas's quality on these set pieces today. There's another here. Wants to play it into that danger area between defenders and goalkeeper. Flicked inside there by Johnston, who for a moment I think thought about racing through himself. Okai. Here's Diangana. Now Cedric Kipre. There's Okai. Fellows will want to play down that right wing, and he's had a really good first season in the first team and wins a cheek corner there. Curved in towards that far post, Kipre got up, and Wallace follows in, and it might go anywhere, and it's bundled in by Bartley. West Brom have done what they simply don't do. They've turned it round to lead. This time the magnificent Kyle Bartley. And suddenly now, it's Huddersfield playing catch-up. He's been outstanding at one end of the field. Makes a contribution here. It was so scruffy. The miscue from Wallace, but then he just saw it. Opened up in front of him. So he keeps his eyes on the ball here, Bartley. And then the ricochet bouncing in. Yep, it's definitely his goal. Poked out the right boot. It won't make any highlight reels, but it's absolutely priceless. They've come out positively. Improved from a pretty insipid first half performance, and this is the result of it. Now Huddersfield looking to respond. Thomas with the drive. Rodoni still interested. Now it's Reach. Johnston. Adam Reach joining in now down this left-hand side. Wallace tried to play that in for Johnston. Here's Rodoni. Now Thomas. Another high-class ball in from Sorba Thomas. End-to-end still. There's Johnston. Now Fellows will want to run at them here. It's another West Brom corner. In fact, the referee's overruled that, quite rightly, I think, given the goal kick. He's thinking of a change here. He's got Josh Karoma, Danny Ward. Suddenly everything in the garden not quite so rosy for those Huddersfield fans. Suddenly those little moments are going against them as well. That's why the fans are so frustrated. Yeah, he's getting two changes ready here. Keyprate. There's Reach. Just pushed over there, Reach, wasn't he? Looked up at David Webb, the referee, who wasn't interested. As we saw, it's Danny Ward and Josh Karoma who are coming on. Feels like they need the both of them here. Ward for the goals, Karoma's creativity. Headley making way. Dave Kasumu as well coming off, and it's going to mean a more attacking look for Huddersfield here, but that's the gamble that Brighton Wright is taking for the final 25 minutes. Johnston. The Huddersfield approach here will give West Brom opportunities. Makes the next goal all important, if of course there is one. Here's Okai. Johnston now. Series of step overs from Mikey Johnston. And then it falls for Okai to produce one of the purest strikes you will ever see. That is a stunner to light up the West Yorkshire sky. And this second half turnaround is complete. But what about this? Johnston with the busy run. And then Okai doing the rest. He almost couldn't believe he'd done it. Could watch it again and again. What a way to celebrate yesterday's 30th birthday. A goal like that he will never forget. First of the campaign, and what a way to score it. There's Mowat. And he looks to reverse that in behind to Johnston. That was such a clever pass. And now Johnston! And Nichols with the save. Suddenly West Bromwich Albion are rampant here. And they might have been poor in the first half, but what a turnaround this is. Huge credit for Corberan. Wallace. There's Bartley. And Mowat under pressure. You watch this from every angle. Well, that's the Johnston shot. His run from a similar position that set up Okai. Just a glorious moment. And those visiting West Brom fans who looked bedraggled and beleaguered at half-time suddenly have got a lot to celebrate. We might have some more in a moment, because here comes Jed Wallace. That was well defended. Tom Lee's just got his body in the right position there. And having lost his first game since he took over Brighton Writer at Cardiff. On his way to another defeat here. That trip to Rotherham looms large. Sorba Thomas. Here's a chance! Spun and hit it, Bergzorg. All it needed was a touch. It very nearly got one. Ward just couldn't quite react in time. But there's still hope here for Huddersfield. How big does that Palmer save from Bergzorg just after West Brom had equalised look now? That would have been a momentum killer for Corberan. Now Rodoni. Well done by Darnell Furlong. And that will ricochet through to Palmer. Reality starting to dawn, I think, for Andre Brighton Writer. Driven by Thomas. Changes coming then for West Brom. You can see Brandon Thomas Asante struggling with injury of late. He's going to make his entrance here. John Swift as well. There's Okai. Johnston now. Looking here for a fourth. Great turn of pace! Super finish from Magic Mikey. And for the first time this season, West Brom are going to win after conceding the first goal. And West Brom with a stamp of authority on that race for the playoff places. They mean business. And they've been threatening this. Johnston just teasing them one way and then going the other through the legs of Lee Nichols. And that's a really well taken goal. And that will be his final contribution, John Swift, on to replace Johnston. Two goals, though, and his remarkable scoring run has just continued. 6 in 7 now. And Swift on to see them home. Here comes Thomas Asante. Jed Wallace will come off as Brandon Thomas Asante comes on to play his part. Semi Ajayi is on for Bartley as well. All with a view to games that come thick and fast in the near future. Bristol City at home next. This has been a stunning second half from West Bromwich Albion. Final 15 minutes, and they will surely just be a procession for Corberan and his team. Changes as well for Huddersfield. Hellick is going to be brought off. Hogg, the other player to be replaced. See Alex Matos, the Chelsea loanee, and Radinho Balca, the other players coming on. Balca's missed 3 games with a quad injury, the Dutch defender, and he'll be an important player for Brighton Writer going forward as he ponders what next, really. We know that Rotherham are done for. And that's who they play next, although Rotherham would love to land a blow on them. And then above them, well, Plymouth and Blackburn and Stoke and Queen's Park Rangers and Birmingham, and it is all very tight and congested. Finished strongly enough in that last campaign to survive. They might need something similar. Here's Redoni. Having looked so coherent and threatening in the first half, they've looked like a different side in the second. And now they're starting to look a little bit lost here. Of course, anything they can contribute, you never know how important goal difference might be. Even if they did turn it into 4-2 rather than getting anything out of the game, that could be something. Just don't know. Margins in the Championship can be so tight. Thomas has been absolutely outstanding and threads that through for Bergsorg. Now then, flags up. Let's take another look here. That was close, but it was right. Very, very tight. Good decision. Darnell Furlong's going to come off before he gets booked. And those 9 yellow cards will be wiped. So that 2-game ban no longer hangs over him after today. Eric Peters on to replace him, one of those who was left out after a good run in the side. Started 6 before today. 35-year-old Dutchman, and as you can see in the background, Huddersfield fans starting to make their way out. Bartley with that all-important second goal after Johnston's equaliser. Bartley's been absolutely magnificent at the back, and they need to manage his niggles well till the end of the campaign, and they hope anyway into the playoff final. There's Thomas. Bergsorg. Well, that's a better ball through. Great turn, Redoni. Double save. Palmer is magnificent. They should have had a goal back. But after making that early error, he's redeemed himself now on a couple of occasions, Alex Palmer. This is stunning. To deny Redoni and then Ward. The way he springs back up after the initial save. There's going to be no 96-minute heroics from Jack Redoni this time, as there were in the reverse fixture. Well, if there are to be, it'd be some 10 minutes here. Really enjoyable game, though. Very, very lively. And hugely impressive from West Brom. Matos. And Thomas Asante. There's a Jai. Big climb there from Thomas Asante, and Lee's down holding his face. There's definitely contact there. Well, they would have loved the first half, the second less so. Some worried frowns amongst those Huddersfield fans. Here's Sorba Thomas. Sweeping long diagonal from Thomas. Here's Rodoni. Gets the shot away, but again straight at Palmer. Here's Mowat. Final 5 minutes as West Brom looked to control things. Mowat wanted a free kick, but Thomas able to seize on it. Thomas able to roll it through. Kipre with an excellent challenge. Impressed by the way Huddersfield have come back at West Brom here. Mowat still down, by the way. There's Fellows. Like a hand there from Matos. And Rodoni was caught late as he played that forward, and it's going to be only the second yellow card of the game from David Webb. Bergsall was booked for a celebration, you might remember, and this was, I think, a bit of retribution from Mowat for the earlier challenge. Still limping. Third yellow card of the season for him. And a free kick for West Brom to defend here. It's headed back across. Remember, no Hellick to attack these. Here's Radoni. They've been impressive for large parts of this game, Huddersfield, but it all got away from them. In a 21-minute spell, they were one up. 6 minutes into the second half, but then 21 minutes later, they were 4-1 down. 2 goals for Johnston. Bartley with the opportunist one from the corner, and Okai with a wonderful strike. Sorba Thomas. Helped on by Thomas Asante. He's going to try and hit one from long range, and dear me, got that one horribly wrong, and he could at least see the funny side. It's blasted downfield, and easy for Palmer. Game was over as a contest probably when the third goal went in. The wonder hit from Okai, certainly when Johnston scores his second. And he's still going to have 6 minutes of added time here. So many substitutions in the second half, and the goals as well. I'm not surprised. They all add time on. It's forward then by Thomas, but flag is up again on this near side. This is how West Brom swept. Firstly level, and then into the 4-1 lead. The 2 goals there from Mikey Johnston. He's loving life at West Brom so far, isn't he? What a contribution he's made. Dear, that was a rather late swing there from Matos. Normally when the home side's trailing, 6 minutes or something like that gets a big cheer, but it got a bit of a groan here because they just feel there might be more pain if West Brom are in the mood. Swift. Kept in by Fellows. How the mood of the travelling fans here has changed. They're cheering every touch now. Here's Reach. Now John Swift wants to get in on the act, and straight out the goalkeeper. Good effort though. For the Huddersfield players, it will just be about gathering themselves, trying to use some of this momentum at the end of the game to take into that Rotherham game next, which looms very, very large. Diangana. Now Okai. Mow it now. The thing that will please Corberan most is the fact they finally won a game from trailing position after conceding the first goal. Really well-disciplined second half display. Move them 5 points clear of Hull in 7th. Gives them a bit of a cushion ahead of that home game against Bristol City. And when you think 5 games after this against teams in the bottom half, West Brom fans will start to believe they can really cement their place in the playoffs in these coming weeks. But then, of course, it's about the playoffs, isn't it? Top 4 well clear. It won't be anything other than the playoffs, but can West Brom get there and then convincing them? Here's Diangana. Swift. Brandon Thomas Asante. So nearly a 5th. In behind towards Rodoni. I must admit, as we headed to the half hour, the game goalless, didn't feel like it was going to be a game that featured 5 goals and could have had plenty more in the second half, but that opening goal from Bergzorg changed everything. Okay, just had his heels clipped there. It's had that training ground feel about it since West Brom made it 4-1. I'm impressed that as many Huddersfield fans have hung around as they have. Given the weather conditions and given the state of the match, they're still quite rightly believing in their new coach. He doesn't have many games to work with now. Should they have made that change earlier? Well, all will be revealed once the season is settled, once we reach May. Fouled by Sorba Thomas. And a chance maybe to pull a goal back. That was mighty close to a hand as Kipre slid across. And Huddersfield will finish with a corner. It's another good one from Thomas, headed over by Rodoni. They do at least, having responded well to conceding the 4th, with West Brom having dropped off, at least have a little bit of momentum and some happy memories to take into that Rotherham game. But it's been a chastening second half here for Andre Brighton-Writer in Huddersfield. It was Delano Bergzorg who gave them the lead that they took into half-time, but then 4 second-half goals in the space of 21 minutes, 2 of them from Johnston. Bartley the one that put them 2-1 up, the scramble from the corner, but Okai the pick of them, a wonderful strike. on 67 minutes that made absolutely sure of the win. Johnston very much the West Brom man of the moment, and they surely are surging towards those playoffs. For Huddersfield, well, the future is uncertain. It finished at the John Smith Stadium. Huddersfield 1, West Bromwich Albion 4.
We'll see you on Good Friday, Coventry City, 29th of March, 3 p.m. kickoff.